Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, please be sure to click the subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. If you are already part of the fabulous family, what's popping, what's happening, what's good? So first things first, I have been away for quite a while. I do apologize. Life has been a little bit overwhelming for me. We're gonna get into all of this like in another video, as in why I've been away, etc, etc. For now, I would like to take the time to thank you guys for 2,000 subscribers. I'm not really sure if I said thank you just yet. I would also like to say a big thank you to every single one of you that actually takes the time to watch my videos, and not only watch my videos but watch my videos for as long as you possibly can, from beginning to end. Those of you that kept my videos on loop so I could reach my monetization target, thank you so much. As you guys can see, we are monetized. If you can, please don't skip my ads so your girl can get a little money, honey. But let's just get straight into this video. So as part of me trying to get more into the lifestyle content on my channel, I have decided to give you guys my fragrance collection. You guys would have noticed from some of my Instagram photos that I do have my fragrance or perfume tray normally over there where that blue box is. Some people have commented about my fragrance collection. There have been times I have posted about different fragrances on Instagram. Also, there was a specific vlog I did where I briefly spoke about the collection, but I didn't really get into detail, and some people actually asked me to film a full video about the collection. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I do have a number of fragrances to get through, so please do bear with me. I'm going to try keep this as short and concise as possible so that you guys are not here all day long, but let's get into it. So this over here is my fragrance tray, and this more or less sums up my fragrance collection. I also have an additional one that doesn't really fit into the tray, but let's just break everything down. So generally speaking, I am someone who loves very sweet scents. I will put that out there. I'm a big fan of anything that smells sweet. I am someone who's not really like a perfume or fragrance connoisseur, so I personally don't stick to the whole these scents are for summer or spring, these are more for winter, autumn. I'm not one of those people. If I feel like wearing something that day, I am going to wear it. Another thing, I also do understand that obviously some fragrances are better suited for the nighttime, but depending on where I'm going in the daytime, sometimes I do just kind of use the nighttime scents in the daytime, especially if I'm going somewhere I feel like I really do want to smell real good, because you know it's real good when you smell real good. As I said, I'm not a fragrance or perfume connoisseur or anything like that, so I've had to go and do extra research. So I have a little notebook here that kind of breaks down the notes of each of these fragrances so that I'm not waffling. And for those of you that understand fragrances a little bit more than I do, you are actually able to understand what I'm saying about each of these fragrances. So generally speaking, I can't really tell you when I really got into fragrances. I'm not going to sit here and lie and pretend like I was one of those babes who was always into fragrances and perfumes and stuff like that, because honestly, I wasn't. I will say around about second year, I kind of started to gain more interest in it. Some of you guys, if you are regular watchers or subscribers, you will know that I've always spoken about how your girl in uni was just your average struggling student. I was an international student, but contrary to popular belief, not all international students have loads of money. Obviously, being international, I don't have student loan, so I couldn't just go and ball out on like big brand perfumes, if that makes sense. What this meant was I was always on the lookout for very cheap scents and fragrances that lasted long, or at least I could top up after like half the day, but still would smell really good and obviously fit my budget. This basically is what introduced me into like Primark scents. So the very first scent from Primark I ever tried out was PS Love Noir. I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. But it used to have a different bottle. It used to kind of be like this circular kind of bottle, and it had like a flat base, and it was like pink. Right now it's because they've had like a rebrand, so the bottles are different, and now it is purple. This over here is £3.50 and it smells amazing. That's why even now in 2020 I still use this here scent. So recently Primark had this rebrand with their fragrances, and they released more of the PS Love range, and there's now PS Love Black Oud. This also smells really good, but unfortunately I don't know what it is about this new formula. This one doesn't really last very long. Primacosta has another range. I don't really know what this range is called, but I also had this Totally Adored, and it's an eau de parfum, whereas the other ones I think are eau de toilette, but I don't feel like this one also really lasts super long. However, the scent of this is the exact same as this one perfume I once bought from the famous factory. It's like a famous perfume factory in France. It was from Fragonard. I think that's what the factory is called. I don't know what this perfume was called, and obviously because I bought it in France, it's not like when it ran out I could ever buy it anywhere else. And silly me at the time in secondary school, I didn't really think of saving the name and then later down the line like looking on Amazon or Google or something, because I was just young and dumb. Anyway, when I sniffed this, immediately I was like, this smells exactly the same. And I don't know if you guys have noticed with fragrances, sometimes you'll catch a whiff of something and it brings back a memory, and that's exactly what it was like for this one. It took me back to my matric year. I could smell that exact same perfume and I was like, I need to have it. So this one is £6 or £7 in Primark, and like I said, these two are £3.50. This specific one, the very first one I spoke about, smells amazing. I never need to top it up. I will spray it and it will last forever. I can't really find the notes of any of these scents, so if you have a chance, you're going to need to go into Primark and try and use the testers for those of you who are in Europe or the UK, I believe, in the States as well. But over the years, I've started to use these cheaper scents. Obviously, we've been on lockdown. I haven't been going into the office. There are most days where I don't go anywhere, but I obviously will still naturally spray something after I shower. So I often use these, because if these run out, I'm just going to go and buy another one, or even if I couldn't find them again, I'm not going to feel any way feeling like, oh my gosh, I finished my perfume, because they're all very cheap. Another cheap scent that I use is this fragrance from Superdrug. This one is specifically the gourmand one, and these are about like, I want to say £3 something. Sometimes if it's a sale or a special, it'll be £1 something. This specific one smells amazing. Where this one is a body mist, it's not even an eau de toilette or anything. I will normally spray this after my evening shower. Again, I know I'll be going to bed, but I just feel like I just want to smell good all the time. So when I come out of the shower in the evening, I'll often use a body mist. This specific fragrance has notes of vanilla, berries, and cassis, I believe. Very sweet, very lovely. You guys are gonna come to notice that anything that smells fruity, so berries, fruits, vanilla, I am on it like white on rice. So now we're gonna move on to the other fragrances. If you see me glancing over here, it's because I just want to look at the notes and give you guys the right information, as I explained earlier. But I'm now going to get into my scents from Zara. I'm sure you guys have heard about the hype about fragrances from Zara. I am no different to everyone else who loves these scents. These are my be-all, end-all. Shortly after I had discovered the scents and fragrances from Primark, I think it must have been in my third year of uni, that I actually realized that Zara had these banging scents and perfumes for really cheap. I was like, why not? The key with Zara fragrances is finding what lasts really long, because Zara fragrances are known to sometimes be very short lasting, so you have to be very careful with the fragrances that you choose. It's kind of like trial and error, but after a while of playing around with them, you kind of find your feet. So the first one I'm going to start with is Nuit by Zara. This is the bigger bottle, is 200 ml. Normally they come in 100 ml actually, and I happened to pick up the 200 ml because I wanted it obviously to last a while. And also when I looked at the price, that the small one is $10.99, but I feel like the bigger one was like $12.99 or something, so I was like, I might as well get double the amount for like £2 extra, because value for your money. This I believe is part of Zara's night collection fragrances, and this is an eau de parfum. Just a quick note, when Zara does its like note breakdown of this scent, it doesn't really reveal what's the top note, what's the heart note, what's the base note. It just kind of generally reveals what notes the scent carries. So according to Zara, this fragrance reveals notes of apricot, lily of the valley, and vanilla. I actually got put onto this by my friend Jay. When I actually tried it, I was like, whoa. I think for me, the standout note is vanilla. For me, that's something that naturally I gravitate towards a lot. So when I smelled that lingering sweetness, I was like, I need to have it. You will not be disappointed by this. This actually lasts really, really long. Obviously, here and there, you may top up if you want to, but it's not like the scent completely goes away like some of Zara's fragrances. So the next one is Zara's Violet Blossom. I believe this one is also in the night collection. So when I initially got into the night collection, I tried this one first. This one is also an eau de parfum, and this scent reveals notes of cherry blossom, magnolia, and tonka bean. Tonka bean is another note that I absolutely love. Most perfumes I've noticed that I absolutely love also have tonka bean in them. This scent is amongst Zara's most long-lasting scents. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The other thing is also that the fact that it's an eau de parfum, naturally these are gonna last a lot longer than eau de toilette, so that's another thing you want to consider when picking up fragrances from Zara. But this one is such a beautiful sweet scent. The next one is Zara Ruby Berries. I hope you guys can see that. This is actually an eau de toilette. However, this bad boy over here is amazing. As the name reads, ruby berry, so it's a very fruity, very sweet, but it's amazing. This is gonna last ages, and anytime I spray this, 100% I'm gonna get somebody asking me what I am wearing. This is a good scent. If you have the chance, go and find it in Zara. I know it's very difficult to buy scents or fragrances that you have not smelled before, but if you do like very fruity and sweet scents, this is amazing. This scent reveals notes of peach, red berries, and vanilla, and even on Zara's website they do note that it is very long lasting. The next one is Twilight Mauve. This one is an eau de toilette, but this also smells really good and it lasts forever. This one is a little bit more light and a little slightly floral. It's got a little fruitiness to it, I would say, but whenever I wear this, I remember even at uni in the library, if I would walk past someone, hug someone, talk to someone, this one, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, what is it? This I would personally, I know in the beginning I said I don't really stick to daytime, nighttime, whatever, but I feel like this smells even better in the summertime and in the daytime. Obviously, this is a cheeky little date night win, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but I feel like when it's just, you know, sun out, everyone is like, you know, skin out, enjoying the sunshine, this is a really good scent. This scent reveals notes of magnolia, apple, and lily. The next one is Eyeline Supreme. Eyeline. This is an eau de parfum actually. This one has notes of Eyeline. I really don't know how to say that word. Don't kill me or judge me. But it has notes of Eyeline, orange blossom, and sandalwood. This is super strong, and it's very different from what I would normally go for. I feel like the flower, the Eyeline is very strong. I feel like I don't have any fragrance that smells anything like this. So this one, when you initially spray it on you, it's a bit like, very nice, but I feel like you appreciate it more once it's settled, you know, with your skin, with your body chemistry. That's when it's really like, oh my goodness, this smells amazing. When you first spray it, for me personally, I was just kind of like, that this is really strong and overwhelming, but after a while it smells so lovely. It's such a classic scent, and I've noticed that people that tend to like, I don't know what kind of scents, like I guess more floral scents, will absolutely love this scent. This is actually, according to the YouTuber Only Bells, a dupe for Huda Beauty Kayali's Deja Vu fragrance. So if you ever wanted that fragrance but felt like it was too expensive or you couldn't find it, this is an amazing dupe for that. The last of my Zara fragrances is from the tobacco collection, and this is specifically the Rich Warm Addictive. This you will actually find in the men's section. However, if you are a regular to Zara fragrances, you will remember that years ago Zara used to have this, it was called Vanilla something. If I find the name, I will put it on the screen obviously. And then they discontinued it, and that was specifically sold in the women's section. One day I was strolling through the men's section, just literally trying different fragrances, and then I sniffed this and I was like, wait. And like I was saying earlier, you know when you catch a whiff of something and immediately your brain is like, you know what this is, and then it takes you to a certain memory, and immediately I was like, I have tried this before. It's literally the exact same fragrance. They literally just put it in a different bottle and put it in the men's section, I promise you. So if you ever had that old vanilla something fragrance from Zara and you can't find it, go take a whiff of this or just buy this. It's the exact same thing. It smells beautiful. I know it's in the men's section, and you know sometimes you might assume that because it's in the men's section it might be too strong, overpowering, and very masculine. I don't think that's the case at all. This is an eau de toilette, but it lasts forever. Like not even forever, ever. This fragrance has notes of rum, white peony, and vanilla bourbon, and honestly get yourself one. I am now going to head on to my more designer fragrances, I guess you could call them that. First one up is Jimmy Choo Blossom, but this is the special edition, specifically from 2020. This is amazing. I actually picked this up from Beauty Base. Just a tip for those of you who live in the UK, well actually London especially, you need to go by the Beauty Base in Stratford in Westfield, because that Beauty Base has all the deals on fragrances, half price, a third of the price, all of that kind of stuff. And I've noticed that going in store is a lot better than going on the website, because there's so much on the website that obviously they don't include, assuming that it's out of stock, or maybe only the Westfield Stratford will have it in stock, so they don't even put it on the website. But if you go into the store, all the deals and sensational buys are there. Like, I don't go to Westfield and not take a stroll past Beauty Base, because I know that a lot of the time all the deals are there. At the time that I bought this, I even bought this for like £10, so you can imagine just what the deals are saying. Granted, this is just a 60 ml bottle, but like for most designer fragrances, you'll notice that you're not going to use them every day, so it's going to last you a very long time. That's an amazing price for something that's part of 2020's releases. So this scent is an eau de parfum, and it has top notes of exotic fruit accord. It has hot notes of frangipani flower. I really hope I said that correctly. And the base note will be sandalwood. It's such a lovely floral scent, but it doesn't really like overwhelm you. You know, sometimes when it's springtime and the flowers are blooming and it just smells like, it really smells like spring, it doesn't smell like that. And I feel like the sandalwood notes in this kind of make it a little bit easier on the nose. It smells really, really lovely. So if you have the chance or you can find it somewhere, I think you should really pick this up. The next fragrance is by Karl Lagerfeld, and this is the Fleur de Mûrier, I think that's how you say it. When I bought this, it actually said on the box that it is a unisex fragrance, but I noticed on a bunch of different websites it says that it is a women's fragrance, so I'm not really sure, but you can give it a try nonetheless. It's nothing that I would say is too feminine anyway. This is a beautiful fruity kind of scent, but at the same time it's still not like too overpowering at all. This fragrance has top notes of raspberry leaf, red currant and orange, hot notes of a violet, a blackberry blossom and lily of the valley, and the base notes are sandalwood, musk, amber and vanilla. As I said earlier, you guys have noticed by now, anything that's fruity and has a little hint of vanilla is my bag. But I will say, this is, as fruity as this is, I feel like it's more on the floral, light, fresh side, so it's a very, very lovely scent if that's what you're into. The next fragrance, I wouldn't really say is designer, I guess, but it's obviously made by a celebrity. Some of you will know this bottle immediately. This is Beyonce's Heat. I absolutely love this scent. As I said, I love when I get to save my money. So I went to Beauty Base one day and I saw this on the shelf and it was literally £12. And at the time I was slowly starting to collect more and more fragrances so I could build obviously my fragrance collection. Grabbed a tester and I loved it. It gives me really grown woman vibes, and even when you look at websites that describe or review the fragrance, they note that it's very intense and sensual, and that's very true. Obviously in the name it's Beyonce Heat. Even the bottle, it said that this was built or designed to look as though it resembles a thermometer of sorts, even the color. So you can obviously see the vibe that she was going for. This is an eau de parfum, but I don't really feel like it lasts long at all. Like, I feel like I would have to top this up every 2 to 3 hours, which is disappointing. But at the same time, I suppose you do really have to consider that you would have paid £12 for it or so. That's the thing about fragrances. I do find that unlike the Jimmy Choo Blossom, which I bought on sale, so to speak, anything else that naturally its retail price is quite cheap, just bear in mind that there is a chance that it's not going to be long lasting. So with this one, as much as it's an eau de parfum, it doesn't really hurt my soul that it's not long lasting, because at the end of the day I paid £12 for it. So it is what it is. I love the scent, so I would happily go and buy another one if this one ran out. But yeah, that's something you should just kind of keep in mind if you are going to give this a try. It's a very good day-to-day scent sometimes when I'm going to work, but I feel like I don't really feel like doing too much, or I just have an admin day and I don't really have loads of meetings. I don't mind throwing this on. Obviously, like I said, I'll have to keep topping it up, but it's a very good day-to-day kind of scent. This fragrance has top notes of orchid, peach, vanilla and magnolia. Its hot notes are almond, macaroons and musk, and its base notes are amber, tonka bean and sequoia. I hope I said that correctly. I don't even need to say too much. You guys already know the buzzwords: tonka bean, vanilla, peach. You know the vibes. The next two fragrances I have here are from Ted Baker. This one is Polly and this one is called Mia. These are both just the 30 ml. They came in like gift packages. Like there's a time I bought a Ted Baker bag and I bought this one, and then this one came with like a set thing that somebody gifted me, and I really like these. They're very cute and sweet scents, and I feel like if you aren't someone who likes sweet scents, I personally don't feel like you'll be a fan of these because these are really sweet. Polly has notes of mandarin, red berries, peach and vanilla, so this is very much up my alley. This one is my favorite. However, it seems that this one might be discontinued because normally when I would buy Ted Baker fragrances, even the bigger ones, I would buy them on the Ted Baker or Selfridges website, and now I've noticed that they only have Mia and the other one. So with this one, I've literally stopped using it for now because I obviously don't want it to run out. This one, as you can see, I've been using it quite a bit, and it's small anyway, so it's gonna go by really quickly. However, Mia has notes of lemon, raspberry, blackcurrant, and has base notes of patchouli and golden amber. So this one is more on the fresher side. I mean, they're both more fruity and sweet, but this is more like, it says lemon, blackcurrant, that kind of thing, whereas this one is more like red berries. So that's the difference, but they're both quite sweet, so do obviously keep that in mind. This small one is called Ari, and this is by Ariana Grande. I absolutely love this scent. And initially, because it was so small, again, I actually got this in a little gift package thing from Superdrug after I bought a bunch of other stuff from Superdrug. Superdrug is actually another place for fragrances. Like, don't actually nyat Superdrug fragrance section. They have some good deals, and sometimes you have a Superdrug card, you get more points off and money off of their fragrances as well. So that's a good thing if you're trying to obviously save as much money as you possibly can. When I actually got this, I had actually asked the girl at the counter for testers of this one and another one, and I'm pretty sure I asked her for the other one because I feel like at the time I liked the other one, but for some reason she gave me this one, and I kind of feel like that was God because I absolutely love this scent. I actually want to go and buy the bigger one because this is only like 30 ml, so I want a 50 ml one. It smells so good, but again, very sweet. This is an eau de parfum, so it lasts a very long time. For this fragrance, the top notes are raspberry, grapefruit and pear. The heart notes are vanilla, orchid, rose and lily of the valley, and the base notes are wood, musk and marshmallow. I think for this fragrance, the key notes are actually the marshmallow, because when you take a whiff of it, it literally smells like candy floss, and like you literally think of Ariana Grande, like pink clouds, marshmallows, unicorns, rainbows, fairies. That's exactly how it smells, but it smells so good. Like, it's in the nicest way possible. You're not gonna spray this and feel like I smell like a child. That's not the case at all. But again, I feel like this is only this much of a banger if you are someone who generally gravitates towards more sweet scents. As much as this has musk in it, it's not musky in any way. I continuously fail to find the hint of musk in it, but I guess that's what's good about it. Like, they've mixed it well enough for you to not always pick that up. We are almost at the end of my collection. I know it's been a long journey, but we're making it slowly. So the last two of my collection are these by Rihanna, and these are from the Rebelle Fleur range. This is called Rebelle Fleur. This is like probably is 100% of my top 3 fragrances in all of the fragrances I've shown you today. Everyone on my Instagram knows I'm always ranting and raving about this. This smells flipping sensational, okay? And it's crazy because it's so cheap. I think the retail price is $19.95 or at least £20. It's really good. It's amazing. I can't say it enough. It's amazing. I actually got put onto this by my aunt, and I always used to see it in the shop, but I never for a second actually stopped to smell it, which is a little bit silly on my part because you guys, if you read any like tabloids or tweets or anything, you will know by now that anyone who has ever met Rihanna, the first thing they say about her is that woman smells amazing. And it's no surprise that anything she puts her hands on in terms of fragrances smells amazing. This eau de parfum carries notes of tuberose, violet and hibiscus with a splash of coconut water. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's the coconut, I don't know if it's the tuberose. For me personally, I suspect that's the case. The combination combination of everything. This is like the people's champion. If there's anything you take from this fragrance collection video, it's this bad boy over here. The other one is just Rebel, and this is the follow-up fragrance to that one in the collection. So that one was first, and I believe this one was second. This one is more of a nighttime one compared to that one. I feel like that one is a head turner whether you use it day or night, but this one I feel like it just makes more sense for nighttime. I know earlier I said I don't really follow that, but it's just one of those scents where as much as it's really nice, it can be overwhelming to just be roaming around in the daytime wearing this. This eau de parfum, its top notes are strawberries, purple plums and ginger. Its hot notes are, I think it's cacao absolute or cacao absolute, vanilla orchid and I guess heliotrope. And the base notes are rich patchouli, coffee beans, creamy musk and amber. I know it's a little bit difficult to find this one, and Rebel Fleur especially, that's hard to find. I can only find that online at this point. But if you have the chance, just kind of grab a test and smell the difference, but you'll kind of notice that this one is a little bit more like boom in your face. So that about covers my fragrance collection. I'm now going to briefly touch on my fragrance wish list. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a 2020 wish list because we're literally in October, but I guess these are the next few fragrances I have my eyes on. Like, I want them ASAP. So the first one on the wish list is Honey by Marc Jacobs. I suppose I can't really include that on the wish list because I have it now. My birthday is October 28th and I'll be 25 years old, and I was like, for this year I do want to get to actually buy myself some nice things because of the pandemic I'm not going to be able to do what I really would have wanted to do for my birthday, so why not spoil myself a little bit. I bought this from Beauty Base and it was £30, but I know it's also on like sale or special at Fragrance. I think it's the Perfume shop. The other one is like, I don't know if it's Fragrance Direct. I think it's Fragrance Direct, but pretty much everywhere the retail price has dropped, so you can have a look for that. I once smelled this on someone. They walked past me, and I'm a shy person, but I mean, ask you shall receive. So I personally don't mind asking people questions like, hey, where'd you get that, girl? You smell good. Or hey, girl, you look really nice. Where you get that from, girl? So this one girl I asked, I was like, hey, you smell really, really good. Do you mind letting me know what that is? And she was like, hey, girl, no problem, thanks. It's Honey by Marc Jacobs. And I was like, I need that. This fragrance has top notes of mandarin and pear. Hot notes are white florals, orange blossom, and obviously honeysuckle. Base notes are peach, apricot, and golden vanilla. They had me at golden vanilla and honeysuckle and peach. I'm not gonna lie. Really, really excited to open this, but I've said to myself I'm only gonna open this on my birthday. The next fragrance on my wish list is this one over here, and this is a Vie Belle Intensement. This is by Lancome, and I need this. I need it. I sniffed this when it just got released, and I think this was back in March. I remember buying my friend Tadiwa. I went to go buy her birthday gift because she loves the Vie Belle. And I was like, oh, let me go get this. But then I saw that they had a whole new release and they had the whole display that new. So I was like, let me smell it. And guys, I was gripped from then. I don't even know why I haven't bought it, but I just feel like for months I've been like, we're on lockdown, we're not going anywhere. What's the point in me just buying all these perfumes and I'm not even gonna go anywhere? So till now, I haven't bought it. Maybe when it comes down to me buying more birthday gifts for myself, I might actually pick that up. But I was just like, I need to have this ASAP. La Vie Belle Intensement is an eau de parfum, as I mentioned, and its top notes are bergamot oil, pink pepper oil, raspberry accord. Its hot notes are sambac jasmine absolute, orange flower absolute, and heliotrope accord. Base notes, I cannot pronounce half of them, so obviously you guys will see them on the screen. The third fragrance on my wish list at the moment is Libre by YSL. I initially smelled this on my friend Jay, and she smelled phenomenal. I was a little apprehensive at first because Jay and I have different body chemistry. Naturally, no one's body chemistry is the exact same. Some people might be similar, but generally, obviously, no one's body chemistry is the exact same. So with her, I've noticed that certain fragrances obviously will mesh with her body chemistry differently. So how it will smell on her will be very different to how it smells on me. That's just how life and biology works. So I wasn't really sure if it would work with me, but I was like, this smells divine. And one time on one of my beauty based trips, I sprayed a little bit on my wrist and I was like, let me see how this sits for the rest of the day, and it smelled divine. So good. And ever since then I've been like, I think I should really get my hands on this. The top notes of YSL Libre are tangerine, neroli, and lavender. The hot notes are jasmine and Moroccan orange blossom, and the base notes are Madagascar vanilla and white musk. This was obviously an eau de parfum I desperately want to try. The last item on the wish list is actually like a tie. So this is KKW, the fragrance diamonds that they dropped. Now I know this is controversial. I, just like the next person, don't necessarily like giving that family my money for obvious reasons. But when I saw somebody on YouTube talking about these fragrance diamonds, I honestly was immediately intrigued, and I went onto the KKW website to read about the notes, and immediately I was like, not gonna lie girl, I think you might have to try this because it's sounding a little good. So I actually want two of them, which is Chloe's Sapphire Diamond and Courtney's Ruby Diamond. For Chloe's Sapphire Diamond, the top notes are Sea Breeze Accord, Mandarin Essence, and crystallized blueberries. Hot notes are Ethereal Cobalt, Wisteria Centric, and Rose Essence. Base notes are Whipped Vanilla Fluff, Creamy Tonka Bean, and Soaked Sandalwood. You have heard the notes, you've heard them from some of the other fragrances of mine. You know that this sounds like something I would die for. Now Courtney's Ruby Diamond has top notes of red ginger, fresh pink peppercorns, ruby orchid accord. The hot notes have Eternity Rose, warm pimento, and wild poppy accord. The base notes have rich vanilla bean, sandalwood, and red jasmine. This one sounds a little bit more on the floral side, but I'm pretty sure that the vanilla bean and the sandalwood, as well as the ruby orchid accord, will be a very lovely together. These are obviously like £40 for 30 ml, so that's a little bit annoying because it's, in fact it's not £40, it's $40 for 30 ml, so it's a little bit annoying that it's that much for that little, but I'd be lying if I said I'm not intrigued. But that brings us to the end of this fragrance collection slash wish list. You guys can pretty much gather what kind of fragrances I like by now. So if somebody's looking to spoil me, you already know the vibes. Thank you so much for staying to the end if you have. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it had to be as long as it was, but I did want to make sure you guys have the best information about these fragrances, or else it would be a little bit pointless. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until my next video, guys, bye.